what I've found to be the most effective way of doing it is, the first week is by really talking to your entire team. You start with the product team, engineering team, design team, and then go horizontally, talking to other teams, sales, customer success, and ask them, what are things that they like about a product, what are things they don't like about a product, and obviously, also on a personal level, what are things that they're interested in, as what are things that they like, why they joined the company they joined, and what are things about the job that they like the most, what are things they don't like, and really get to know them and really understand, where they're coming from, and appreciate things that they've done, and appreciate things that they're doing that contribute to the company's success. So getting a good understanding of that is really key. So I typically do one-on-one meetings with the leadership team at a company, and then do team meetings with different functional groups. So sales team, business development team, just doing an outing, going out for lunch, going out for coffee, and really getting to know them, understand what they do. Is really essential as a product manager. You have to work with different teams, and you have to be very effective at doing that. So that's something that is really important for during the first week. The first month, depending on the complexity of the product, sometimes it takes time to really, really, really understand how your product works, how the microservices or the backend service or the data science team they're developing, what they work on. It can take time, and what I've noticed is, from like some of the junior PMs that we've hired and they haven't done is like going through that and appreciating the complexity of the product. And I have to bring them back and ask them to go through that process again, making sure they understand how things are structured, what our infrastructure is like, how things are connected, how things work. Because if you don't appreciate how complex a backend service is, when you're evaluating your backlog or when you're talking to stakeholders, you can undercost the complexity of that feature. So like really understanding and appreciating the product and how it works and how it functions can take time. And I don't think it can be done in 1 week. It's realistically something you want to do like in a month. The other thing that's really valuable is like by looking at other products out there that are competing with your product. So your competitive landscape, understanding what they do, what they offer, and how they're differentiating themselves. And that gives you a lot of insight into the industry and what things are. Reading tons of reports in the industry, if you're not a subject matter expert and you want to educate yourself around what are the things that are happening in the industry, what are the trends, and what are things that you should know about. That's something that it's really important to take the time to look into it. Like again, when I joined Crowder, I had no idea about like what destination marketing organizations do. I've never been in the travel industry. So again, I had to educate myself, get to really know the industry, the lingo, things that matter to destination marketing organizations, and those are really important. And then after a month, when you have a better understanding, going ideally to a few conferences that your company has, or like some meetups in that area. So like for our travel space, there are tons of conferences in the US, in Europe, and in Asia that that when you go to those, you learn a lot about things that people are talking about. You get to meet your customers in person. You get to talk to them. You get to hear about what they think about a product. What are the things that they like the most? What are things they are not a big fan of, and they want those things to change. And spending tons and tons of time with the leadership team is really crucial, because they've thought about the product, the roadmap, the strategy for a long time, and you can save yourself a lot of time with really listening to what they have to say and what are things that they have to share. It's great to take the time to talk to them as much as possible, and again, going back to making sure the process that is in place is something that works for the team. So I would say people first, focus on people, and then process, and then product, and then process. Because again, it's hard to define a process without really appreciating and knowing the people and product that you're managing. So I would say get to know the people really, really well, get to know the product really, really well and the market, and then manage your process and optimize it in a way that works for you as a product leader and a product manager.